Hi Taurus, and welcome to the first of 2 readings for June, your zodiac Taroscopes. Okay, we are going to be doing a new spread, but before I get into that, just to let you know, Taurus, this can be if you are a Taurus sun, a Taurus moon, or a Taurus rising. All right, if you find this after the month of June, okay, because these are timeless messages. Let's talk about what we're getting into for the reading. I'm doing this new spread for life advice, okay? I believe I got it somewhere off of Pinterest. So, you know, it's not one I created myself, but I read it and I was like, ooh, that would be fun for a reading for the month, okay? For a zodiac Taroscope reading. We're going to start off with what advice does Spirit, God, Source, Universe, or whomever it is for you, maybe the angels, I'm using angel decks here, spirit guides, ancestors, can be given about your family life. Transformation. Well, that's open-ended, but here's the thing that you ask yourself, Taurus. When it comes to my family life, whether it's me, my children, my spouse, significant other, just me and my spouse, significant other, and our dog children, talked about that in the last reading, whether it's you as a single person and it's your family, your brothers, sisters, your aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents. Oh, I'm seeing a rabbit out there, a jackrabbit. Oh, so cute. Okay, I'm up north right now. So yeah, there it goes. It's not a regular bunny. It's definitely a jackrabbit. All right. Anyway, sorry, I just saw that. That may mean something to you. Maybe you have a rabbit, Taurus, as your spirit animal. Okay. Maybe seeing a rabbit means something to you. Where was I? Because now I can't take my eyes off that rabbit. Hop away so I don't see you anymore. Okay, it's just so cute. Now, with its little whitish tail. Okay, back to transformation here. Where do you need to have transformation in your life when it comes to your family? Is it something that you need to transform? Is it something that your whole family unit needs to transform? Is it getting old? Because really, when we see this, right, this is the tower. This is something needs to crumble down. Okay, something needs to crumble down in order for something new to be rebuilt. Something old, we think of it as a death card even, needs to die off so that you can bring something new in. Is it balance in this case? Is there some sort of balance that needs to happen and you need to let go of something? You need to let it crumble down. When you think of like institutions, they talk a lot about, the old way of doing things, the old way of thinking about things. They need to crumble down, die off, explode, combust so that new ways of doing things can come in. You can think of it like that. I'm going to read the card. A significant life experience, it requires changes to be made, powerful and often unexpected revelations, breaking free of procrastination. Maybe that's it. Releasing old belief systems, as I had mentioned. One of the things here that I liked was powerful and often unexpected revelations. But here's a little secret that I firmly believe in. We can control our tower moments. We can control our transformation. We can let spirit come in and they'll do it for us, and they don't mind when it needs to happen. It sometimes can be a little messy. But I said I was on a vacation, a short while ago, and we were UTVing to the Grand Canyon South Rim, and we were going through the forest, and it was looking a little burnt up, and I was like, what the heck? Why is it? And there was no underbrush, which I thought was weird. It was like, I knew there was something different. I couldn't put my finger on it until I asked our tour guides, and I'm like, why are the trees looking burnt, and why is it looks so bare between the trees, the forest floor? And they do it, they do controlled burns to keep that underbrush down. So if lightning strikes, if it misses the tree, it's hitting the underbrush, that can spark the fire. So I was like, oh, how interesting. And it just hit me, one of the first tarot readings I did after the trip, where, it's a controlled burn. I think I may have even said it before the trip, and then it just made sense. I can't, guys, I can't remember. Maybe you will. But that's what I'm saying. You can control it. So in what area? Let's get a tarot as well. Because there needs to be some sort of transformation. The Ten of Pentacles. So maybe you just need more support, look, from your family. Is it in the family unit or with the relationships within there, whatever it is, where maybe something's going on in your life and you need their support, and maybe it's not happening and therefore transformation needs to happen. Maybe you're coming to different people in your family and you're saying, you know what, this isn't working for us. We need to change this up. Things could be so much better. We could have it all, but not if we're like this. And I say that because I don't know, everyone's going to be different, right? But take that as you will. If you're having issues right now within a family, in a situation, event, the way they believe, the way they do things, the way they act towards you, there is possibility for goodness, for everything to get worked out if they can, with you, however that works, make the transformation. Let that tower crumble, controlled. And that's not being controlling, but a controlled burn. Let it come down. And then you start building that family unit on a solid foundation. Okay? So I'm going to leave that right there for you, Taurus. Let's look at friendships. King of Earth, the King of Pentacles. What I want to say, okay, well, I'm going to say it and I'm going to read the card right at the same time. Prosperous, generous, successful. That is the King of Pentacles. He is the leader in his life. He is steady and grounded. He is determined. He's willing to put in the hard work. He's just someone that you like. He's just that down-to-earth guy. Look, bringing a pie. He's coming to the potluck or you've invited him for dinner and I think it's a pie. Hang on. Yep, it looks like a pie. You know, you can depend on him to bring the dessert, okay? Those are the types of friends you need. The type of friends you can depend on. And that's what I feel this King of Earth, this King of Pentacles is representing in advice for friends. You need to seek out friendships or friends, friend groups that, I'm excited about this for some reason, that you can count on, that not only are willing to receive what you have to give to them, but are willing to give back as well. You want to surround yourself with prosperous, generous, successful people. Let me get the Hermit. And this, I love cards like this have always been coming out kind of around with some of the different readings, okay? Do you have to go in and take a look, shine a little light on some of the friends that are in that group? Do they meet this criteria? Do they meet this criteria for you? If they don't, maybe it's time to say goodbye. Maybe you need to go in, maybe right now you're kind of missing that and you are not appreciating that friend the way you could. They are the steady Eddie in your life, and maybe you need to go in and reflect on that and recognize it. I feel like these are going good for you. I love this. That is the message right there. That is the message. You need steady, calm, hardworking, responsible friends in your life. People that are going to be there for you and people that you will want to be there for. Let's look at personal happiness. The Five of Swords. Oh, this guy. This is the guy that just wants to win at any cost. He'll cut you out, knock you down, take you out at the knees if it means that he'll win. So you always have to ask yourself, is he really okay, here we go. Is he really a friend? And it may not, well, it's going to be somebody that you know, right? Or a situation where there is another person that's willing to take from you regardless of the cost, even if it's the friendship or knowing you or being around you. So personal happiness, I'm going to say right now before I read the card here, is going to be, and I'm going to get some tarot here with it too, would be letting that person, I just want to say, this guy's just kind of reminding me of a big jerk running away with the coins. And look, he's just leaving chaos behind him. This is not a nice person. Or it might not be a nice situation in your life right now. And that's what I feel we need to talk about here. I'm going to pull the tarot. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to read this card too. It says, an unwise choice. There's a better way that will make you happier. We're talking about your personal happiness. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. That's who I feel this guy is. But I also like what else it said. Maybe that will resonate more with you, right? Maybe it's unwise choice. The Seven of Cups is choices. Make a better choice when it comes to your personal happiness. Maybe you've been making choices not based on happiness, but based on something else. They're saying there's other choices that you can make here. There's a better way that will make you happy. I love both of those messages, regardless of which way this is resonating for you. Maybe it's both ways. Maybe it's making better choices in the people that you know and hang around with, because this is not a nice person. This is a person that will backstab you in a heartbeat. He'll 10 of swords you in a heartbeat, okay? You can make better choices here, and when you do, that's when your personal happiness will start rising. Right? That's when all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm just happy. Oh shoot, I didn't even know what this felt like. I just feel this must be happiness. That's what I feel like it's going to be for you, okay? Let's talk about work or your educational life. You could be in different areas right now. What advice? This is a blessing in disguise. Be patient and have faith that your angels have the situation under control. What will come is far better than what you dared to dream. Are you in a situation right now where, okay, it's going to be two because I'm going to split it, work and education. In work, your job, your career, okay, where things aren't going so good, okay? Actually, it could feel like they're kind of falling apart. Maybe you're hearing rumblings of a layoff, a downsizing, closing the business, the store, the whatever altogether. And maybe this is something you really like, and this is heartbreaking. I've actually been through this, and it's heartbreaking for you. And you just don't understand why. I mean, logically you do, but emotionally it's hard to wrap your head around. And I think that the whole point is it could just be a blessing in disguise. Even though this is something you love to do, they're saying, you know what? You're going to find something that you love even more than this. Hard to believe in the moment. Okay, they're saying, you know what? If you had stayed, if it had kept going, if you weren't going to be laid off, if something like that, okay, we're going with that, wasn't to happen, you know what? Maybe you would have eventually been there for so long that you wouldn't have been creative anymore. You wouldn't have loved it as much. So this is just trust that there is better, okay? There's a reason this is happening, even though it feels really crappy in this moment. If it's about education or if you're out taking courses, oh, look at the card that come up. Okay, good. You know what? Maybe it is where you have been trying, maybe you signed up for next year, you're picking your classes. I don't know how soon you do that. And you know what? Something you really wanted, you have been longing, you've been waiting, and finally there was an opening and you signed up for that class, that course, and you thought you were in it, and then you got notification that you aren't, or that they're not offering it anymore. Something along those lines. Again, there's something better. So talk to Spirit, talk to your angels, your guides, your ancestors, God, Source, Universe, and ask them to help point you and to see what the blessing is, okay? Now, the other thing that's great about this, out came the Ace of Pentacles. Well, that is a brand new start. Aces are new starts, and they are new opportunities, and they are new opportunities that will bring abundance into your life. It could be monetary, or it could be in many different ways. But I love how this is tying directly into this card. No ifs, ands, or buts. Okay, now I love, that is a great message because this is heavy. This isn't, I'm going to say it's not going to be a happy time or moment, but good is coming of it. Even though it's going to be hard for you to see, that's why you're getting this advice. That's why you're getting this message right now, Taurus. Now, let's talk about what advice can be given about relationships, from platonic to romantic, anything in between, but kind of those one-to-one relationships. Page of Water. Ooh, well, that could be a new, pages are young, pages are curious, pages are trying to figure out how can they bring happiness, joy, romance in. Okay, sensitive, open-hearted, intuitive. Yeah, they use their intuition. So if you're someone already in a relationship, how can you maybe bring more sensitivity into the relationship? How can you be more open-hearted in the relationship? More loving and kind and joyful in the relationship? That's what they want you to think about here, okay? That's the advice. That's what they feel you need. Maybe this is about you going out and finding the relationship that will bring those things to you. We have the Moon, Angel of Dreams. Well, the Moon is, I mean, if we really think about it, again, it's using your intuition. It is about your dreams. So what do you dream of for your relationship, right? Whether you're in one, whether you're looking for one, what is your dream for it? You know, is there maybe something here that needs to be healed in order for all this joy and happiness to come into the relationship? Maybe do the two of you need to work on some healing here, some light and shadow brought to the forefront, being the shadow that needs to be worked on, and really focusing more on the light attributes within the relationship. It could be something along those lines for you, Taurus. But the advice here is don't be afraid to look, I want to say to look behind the veil, to go, think of full moons are bright and new moons are dark. We don't see them. So maybe you need to go behind the dark moon and see what's there, right? Go behind the veil, figure it out. There could be a little mystical and magical tied up in this as well. Oh, I like that message. It's pretty basic. It's pretty straightforward. I like it. Let's look at personal growth. Angelic protection. Clear your karma. Ooh. This is a big one when we talk about karma, right? Because I think karma, the word itself, gets mistaken. There's many different meanings for it, okay? Just like all words can have a different set of meanings to it, a different definition. Karma's one of them, okay? A lot of people like to think you do bad, your karma comes back and gets you. Okay, I don't know if I really feel it so much in that way. I just call that as actions and consequence, if we were going to name it anything. I think with karma kind of has a lot to do with your past lives. I think it is what you're doing in this life. Are you doing anything to clear your past karma? Things you've done in the past, that's what I call clearing karma. And I feel like, and that's my opinion, you can think differently about it, but if you are trying to clear your karma, the wrong that you've done, if you are aware, maybe you've had readings where you go into past lives and they talk about your karma that was there with you. Sometimes your whole ancestral line is carrying karma, and you're the one that's going to come this lifetime and break that cord to it, okay? It's really getting deep. It's really touching in with spirit here, God, source, universe, whoever it is for you, and breaking those patterns and clearing it out. And they just want you to know we're here to help you with that, okay? We've got your back. We're here to guide you, to help you. You just need to be willing to step in. It's where you'll find your personal growth. Now, let's move on to some tarot. So for further clarification, confirmation, advice, or guidance. The Knight of Pentacles. Trust in spirit that they've got your back. Okay? Trust that you're going to surround yourself with the right group of friends. Trust that you're making the right decision about this clown over here. Okay? Trust that there is something better. Okay? The Knight of Pentacles, he is bringing in messages of, stability and I want to say sureness, like, you know what, if you put the work in, if you are willing to learn, if you are willing to work hard at something, things can turn in your favor. That's what I feel, the Knight of Pentacles. It's trusting that things can get better. So I like that message with him. Let's get another here. The Page of Swords. Love, some more newness coming in here. The Page of Swords is being clear. That is believing, because I told you they're young and curious and they want to believe that there's all kinds of possibilities. This one is being clear about it, though. Not just, oh yeah, there's lots of things we can do, maybe, you know, kind of in an emotional stance about it, or in a fiery, if it was a Page of Wands, you know, just believing and going for it. I feel here it's almost like being clear about what it is that you want to do. Being clear about new ways of doing things. Wanting to learn new things. Expanding your mind. Okay? Now, there could be a message in here for some of you with gossip, and it's getting clear, getting to the truth of things, okay? Because it is swords, so that may resonate with you in some way. Okay, let's just get one more tarot and then a couple of oracles, and then we're done, Taurus. So, the Star, Angel of Hope. I like it. Look, there's a possibility right here. If you're willing to believe there's a blessing in disguise, that it's happening for a reason, to really a new opportunity. There's a chance for you to have everything you need, to have good, solid friends, to make good choices, to maybe better your relationship in some way. What is the dream for it? What do you need to see behind? How can you make it better? Okay? I feel like the Star illuminates all that. The Star is your hopes and your dreams and your wishes, right? In the context of this reading, that's what it is. It's being able to go with the flow, knowing that there can be better, and to just trust in spirit. Okay, last two cards for you, Taurus. Both angel decks here that I will read from. Beauty. The outer world is a reflection of your inner, so focus on the beauty within yourself, your good qualities, your kindness, your gifts and talents. Remember that whatever you give attention to increases and grows. That's for the good or the bad. Everyone has some beauty in their soul, so seek it out in others. Remind them of their qualities and you will illuminate them. Surround yourself with things and people with the beautiful vibration, for we are all influenced by that which is around us. As you tune more and more into the incredible wonder of yourself, others, and the planet, your resonance becomes that of beauty. Others will perceive the radiance of your soul and be touched by it. An affirmation you may want to say each day or multiple times a day is, I recognize my beauty and that of others. Now, one more for you, Taurus, before we go. I just want to say that if you are looking for more guidance, advice, okay, this one flipped over, then please go and check out some of the other readings in my playlist. Whether it's your sign or not, if you're drawn to it, go in, because I have pick-a-cards in there as well, right? And again, messages can be timeless. If you are drawn to it, there's probably advice or guidance in there for you. And if not, I'll see you back here in a few weeks with the short and sweet version of the monthly reading. But here is the other card, Prayer. Dear Guardian Angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see order. Thank you. I feel that this just ties in right here with angelic protection, right? This is you praying for them to have your back, and this is them saying, we've got it. Short and sweet there, Taurus. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. I'll see you in one of the other readings or in a few weeks with the other Zodiac Taroscope reading.